Hi everyone, it's Dr. Ann Cartini. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you all had a great week so far. In this vlog, I am going to share with you what I had for my 4th week of the February Raw Vegan Challenge. So for the day 21, which marks the first day of the 4th week. It was a weekend, so I had a little bit more time to prepare breakfast. I decided to make a smoothie bowl, which consisted of equal parts fresh kale, frozen blueberries, and frozen strawberries. I topped it with some fresh blueberries and shredded coconut. For lunch that day, I had lettuce, romaine lettuce and bell pepper boats. And thankfully, I had some pre-chopped and shredded vegetables in the refrigerator, so I just assembled those and used a pesto sauce and black pepper on top. All the recipes can be found in the description below, so feel free to refer to those after this video. For dinner that night, I had my Zoodles and spiralized carrots with cashew cheese. Now, I typically use paprika to color my cashew cheese. However, I ran out because I had been making so much of this during my raw vegan challenge. And I decided to use what's called sumac, which does have a nice red hue to it. It is a Mediterranean spice. It didn't taste the same, but it actually ended up being pretty fantastic, which made it a little bit more tangy, but I think I would make it again, definitely. All right, so for day 22, for breakfast, I made a smoothie bowl again. Same, basically I put kale, frozen blueberries, and frozen strawberries, same ratio of each, but this time I added flax seeds, 3 tablespoons actually in this case. It sounds like a lot, but that was considered a serving. And again, all the ingredients are found below. For lunch, I had romaine lettuce boats again. And this time, this one contained shredded broccoli, carrots, microgreens, and lots of walnuts. This definitely helped keep me satiated. And then for the dressing, I used an apple cider vinegar and tahini-based sauce. For dinner, I intentionally made a big slaw/salad, which I was planning on using for the next several days, which you'll see in my dishes below, and I would just change things up by adding a different sauce. So in this case, you see the slaw that I made with the side of avocados, and I used the same tahini apple cider vinegar sauce that I used earlier. For day 23, I made a smoothie, which is the same recipe as the morning before, which is kale, blueberries, strawberries, and flax seeds. And I just put it in a jar because I had to take it with me to work. For lunch, I used the same slaw that I had made the night before, and I wrapped these in rice paper to make spring rolls. And so the sauce, I used that tahini sauce I had made before, which was pretty good. It turned out great. And then for dinner, I didn't end up, I did have some of that slaw, but I added in some pre-shredded cabbage, added some different vegetables just to kind of make it taste a little bit differently. And then I used the cashew cheese sauce that I made about two days ago. So it made making that dinner very easy. All right, so on to day 24. I had a smoothie that morning, which consisted of fresh kale, frozen strawberries, blueberries, and flax seeds, and I did use almond milk to the Blendtec instead of water. Sometimes I kind of alternate between the two, but this time almond milk was a great addition. For lunch, I made some lettuce boats with the same slaw, but again, I added some avocado and pico de gallo just to make it taste different. For dinner, I wasn't too hungry that night. I ended up making a little fruit bowl, which consisted of a whole avocado. And technically, yes, avocado is a fruit. Thankfully, you can use that as, basically avocado goes well with anything, whether it be sweet or savory. Avocados are amazing. With this, I put in 1 cup of fresh blueberries, 1.5 tablespoon almond butter, and I sprinkled on dried coconut and some hemp hearts. For my next day, day 25, for breakfast, I had basically another fruit bowl in a mason jar that I took with me to work. It consisted of blueberries, coconut shreds, almond butter, banana, and walnuts. It was very good. For lunch, I made romaine lettuce boats again. I used the same slaw that I made the other day. And for the dressing, I used apple cider vinegar, tahini, coconut aminos, black pepper, and a dash of chili flakes. The sauce was so amazing, guys. I definitely highly recommend. And then for dinner of day 25, I made an Asian flavored rice because I had been really craving Asian flavors, and thankfully I was able to find something that was still raw but had the same flavors. And so in this case, I had riced cauliflower, some chopped up carrots, green onion, and I used a soy sauce, and I did end up using Trader Joe's sriracha, which is technically probably not raw. It's not raw. I'm pretty sure, but it satisfied my craving, and I wasn't too worried that the sriracha didn't happen to be raw. If you guys have any suggestions or any wonderful cauliflower rice recipes, feel free to comment below. I'd love to learn about your recipe and maybe even make it. All right, so for day 26 breakfast, I made a to-go fruit bowl again. This time it included blueberries, coconut shreds, almond butter, hemp hearts, frozen strawberries, and a banana. For lunch, again, I was craving Asian cuisine, so I used some kelp noodles. I added in cabbage, chopped snap peas, chopped carrots, chopped green onions, some tomatoes, and avocado. For the sauce, I used apple cider vinegar, almond butter, soy sauce, maple syrup, which is technically not raw, but I'm not going to stress about that too much. I also added in chili flakes, sesame seeds, and garlic powder. It definitely reminds me of a Vietnamese dish that I really, really like to have, and I'm so grateful that I was able to find a raw vegan version of this Vietnamese noodles that I would have growing up. Let's see. So for day 26 dinner, I wasn't feeling hungry again. So I had breakfast for dinner. In this case, I had some granola that was from Costco. It did have some added sugar and oil in it, but overall, it's minimally processed, and all the other ingredients are dried or freeze-dried and not cooked. Okay, so for day 27 breakfast, this day I had a fruit bowl, which consisted of chopped apple, raspberries, almond butter, hemp hearts, and shredded coconut. I definitely loved the combination because the raspberries are so fun to eat. And then for lunch that day, I had Zoodles again, this time with pico de gallo. I didn't make the pico de gallo. This one was pre-made from Trader Joe's, which made it pretty quick and easy to make. And then I topped with microgreens. And then for dinner that night, I had broccoli with a tahini-based sauce. And I added in some dried cranberries, sunflower seeds, sesame seeds, and chili flakes. Pretty good. All right. And then so for the last day, technically, day 28 was a Sunday, which would kind of fall under, past the 4th week. But since there are only 28 days, I just included it in my 4th week. So for breakfast that day, I had a fruit bowl, which consisted of pineapple, frozen raspberries and strawberries, almond butter, hemp, hearts, and dried coconut. For lunch that day, I kept it simple. I had bell pepper, snap peas with a tahini-based sauce. And then for dinner, I had spring rolls with a tahini-based sauce again. So overall, I felt great after my 4-week-long raw vegan challenge. I definitely learned a lot of different recipes that I wasn't sure how things would turn out, if it would taste great, but I was sharing with you guys how I craved Asian food, particularly Vietnamese cuisine flavors, and I was so pleased that I was able to recreate some of those dishes. I'm very hopeful that I can find out more creative ways to eat healthier. With that said, I do plan on continuing to be highly raw. I do miss eating brown rice and lentils, so I might not be 100% raw coming out of this challenge, but I definitely do want to stay very high raw because I just felt wonderful. Digestion was great. My skin was great. I can't say that my plaque psoriasis has completely gone away, but I'm sure that takes a little bit longer to allow my body to heal because it's taken me this long for it to get that way. So, but overall, really fantastic. I highly recommend it just to let you see how you feel after this raw vegan challenge. If anyone is thinking of doing it or are in the middle of doing it or have done it, I would love to hear what your results were and what you got out from it. So if you felt like this video was helpful, please feel free to click the like button and subscribe to my channel because it's going to help reach out to other people. That would be so wonderful. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.